Okay, quickly before I get started, I made it. Yes, I had the canceled flight, I had to scramble, but all my flights that I took were on time, very pleasant, very comfortable ride, and I arrived here in beautiful Barcelona. Look at my view out. I have all these yachts in front of me, and I can't wait to explore a little bit of Barcelona today. Yeah, it's gorgeous out. Hi everybody, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, hey, I'm about to get on the Sun Princess cruise ship, but guess what? I just found out you can get on the Sun Princess for absolutely free if you win this contest, and not only that, they're going to give you some money for free to gamble in the all-new Sun Princess casino. Sounds like a good deal to me. I also have a couple of stories, like for instance, somebody is suing because a mule kicked them when they were ashore. Yep, that's right. We also have a really creepy incident, as I always have to warn people to be careful when you're on and off the ship. There's some creeps out there, and this guy is one of the creepiest. So in the first story, let's talk about how you can win a free cruise. Casino.org is holding a contest right now that if you sign up and enter, all you have to do is agree to give feedback from the casino on your cruise. So they'll give you a 7-day cruise, including airfare, plus they will give you $500 to spend in the casino on board as well. Hey, sounds like a good deal. Now, I think the real thing is you have to spend that $500 in the casino because they want you to come back and give them feedback and report on the experience of the casino operations, and they may ask you some questions, they may interview, something along those lines. But hey, I'll take an interview about my gambling on a casino if they're going to send me on a 7-day cruise on a brand new ship and give me the money to do. Who knows? What if I won the $30,000 jackpot while I'm on there? You get to keep it. So sounds like a good deal to me. I'll leave a link down below how you can head over and sign up for the contest at casino.org if you want. This is not an endorsement. It's not a recommendation. It is just giving you the information if you want to check it out for yourself. Now, speaking of checking things out, you know the old saying, when you were a kid, you had your mom look in the closet and then or your dad under the bed for monsters and everything. Well, it turns out you kind of should have done that on your last cruise too, because there was a cruise worker on the Symphony of the Seas who not only this is bad enough, would hide cameras in people's staterooms in the bathroom to record people. He also admitted to hiding under their beds, waiting for them to come out of the shower and take a shower. And then, just an absolutely creepy behavior. But yeah, it just goes to show you, there are some weirdos out there, and you always have to be on your toes. And now, imagine if you were traveling with, you have 2 teenage daughters and you have yourself, and you guys split 2 cabins together and you get adjoining rooms, and you're supposed to have an adult in that other room. They have to be over 21. But you know what? You're side by side, you put each other out there, and then you find out that this guy was on your ship. How creeped out would you be for something like that? Now also, we have a story of a gentleman suing the cruise lines. That's right. Why? Well, because he was on not a shore excursion, sorry, he was at shore walking around, and they had a mule out there. There was somebody with a mule. You can take pictures with the mule. The mule was there. It's part of the heritage. It's part of the area. And, well, I guess he got too close to the mule, and the mule kicked him. And if you've ever been horseback riding tours or anything like that, gone down the Grand Canyon on the mules, anything like that, you stay away from the back end of an animal. They can kick. and they are not gentle. They can, like, zebras can knock out a lion if they kick them in the face while they're being attacked. That's how strong their kicks can be, and a mule is no exception. And so it really, I guess, messed up his leg where he needed operation, he needed therapy, etc. And now he's suing the cruise line that he was on because they failed to warn him that mules can kick, I guess, or fail to provide a safe environment because, you know, animals might act like an animal actually acts once in a while. I've said it before, I don't understand how so many times we need to pass the blame onto somebody else for our own behavior, right? And here's an example of, oh, I walked too close to an animal, it kicked me, and did something bad happen? Yes. Is it somebody else's fault? No one forced you to walk behind the animal. They didn't stick a big warning sign on the back end of the animal painted on them to say, warning, animal may kick at random times in their life if you startle them, perhaps. But no, we don't take responsibility for anything anymore. We just pass it on to somebody else and hope they'll give us money for it. Well, one more story. We also have Carnival Cruise Line introducing well, they're not introducing it. They're going to enforce it. Now, this is not cruise ducks. This is not sitting too long on an empty chair, like keeping chair hogs. This is not your dress code. This is something that will affect a lot of cruisers, and a lot of people are going to have very mixed feelings on it. And I'm kind of in that boat as well. However, I don't know what the solution is, so I'll pass it on to you folks. Carnival Cruise Line is testing this on one cruise ship right now. They've sent out messages to their passengers stating that if you're on a scooter, your scooter cannot be left in the hallway. They will not allow that outside the rooms anymore. They are going to be checking all people who have said that they are bringing a scooter on board and make sure that the scooter fits through the doorway. And if it fits through the doorway, you must bring it into the room. You cannot leave it out in the hallway. The other thing is, they're saying if you have one of those extra large scooters, you will not be allowed on the ship if you are not in a room that would accommodate that scooter. You will be offered to be able to rent a new one from Scootaround, which they will have at the cruise port. They will have scooters there, and you can rent them directly when you arrive. However, they're the ones that can possibly be folded up to get brought inside. They're much smaller. That's raising some ire from some cruise passengers with Carnival, stating that the scooters take up a lot of room in their room cabin, and yes, they will, etc. But they also take up a lot of space in the corridor when people are trying to get by, and other people with scooters are trying to get by, and you've left your scooter out there, and it's not gone all day, it's not gone all night, it's sometimes there. But the big controversy for me would be the extra large scooters, because not everyone can fit on those smaller scooters. There are heavier cruisers out there. There are heavier people right across the world these days, right? Especially here in North America. Many of us are more weight than we should be. And for those people who have mobility issues, you can't just say, well, exercise more, because they can't exercise more. Trust me, most of them, if they could, would shed a lot of pounds. Most of them would do that if they possibly could. But to turn them away at the port. No message from them, the Carnival Cruise Line, if they will refund the cruise passenger fare or not. And in my thinking, they're going to say no. Because they're going to say, well, we offered you a smaller scooter that you could rent right there, and you chose to not come on the cruise instead. We offered you an alternative, and you turned it down. Therefore, you do not get a refund. I have a feeling that will be what happens, but they're testing this on one ship going forward. They didn't say what ship yet. So if you're one of those people out there, let us know how this goes. And what do you guys think? You know, scooters are a big part of cruising. A lot of older people cruise, a lot of people with mobility issue cruise. One of the reasons they cruise is because the cruise lines have geared themselves to help people with mobility issues, right? They've set themselves up to be supportive of people who need a little extra assistance once in a while. And so, yeah, this is going to be a very controversial one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And until next time, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.